Hello everyone, good morning, Happy New Year 2026. So I am making this video for Nbhm aspirants 2026 because recently I got many emails and many WhatsApp messages that people are asking me to give some tips regarding Nbhm upcoming Nbhm exam. So first of all, I have already made a video uh, for NBHM preparation strategy, and there I have already mentioned everything. Whatever I think is perfect for the exam, and I believe that preparation strategy would be helpful to all of you. Okay, because see, first of all, I just want to tell you one thing that NBHM is not like an exam like JAM or NET or GATE. Okay, it's not like some MCQ, MSQ type questions and some type, and their preparation strategy matter because um, time management and how to first do calculations, everything. This kind of things matters there, and then since the number of aspirants are usually very high in that kind of exam, so people are asking for preparation strategy for. But for NBHM exam particularly, if you ask me preparation strategy, uh, I have already made a video so you can see, but I believe that the most important thing is that for NBHM exam you need to be very good or expert in uh, individual subjects. Okay, so your theoretical concept should be very good and should be crystal clear, I should say. Then you will be able to solve problems, NBHM level problem, because you can see that NBHM level questions are really advanced, and you can say that it's actually difficult to solve. Now what I actually want to say here is that uh, since people are asking me this question repeatedly, so see, the point is that NBHM questions are difficult, that is true, but the thing is that it is difficult for everyone. So whenever you are going to prepare for some exam or whenever you are going to give some exam, it is not important that how difficult is this or how easy is this. Okay, because if it is difficult, then it is difficult for every aspirant. If it is easy, then it is easy for every aspirant. So everything depends on your preparation. So if you look at the cutoff, then you can see that, so if I am not wrong, the total number of marks for PhD in NBHM is 190, right? And out of that, if you score 60, you will definitely get call for the second round. Okay, and first round marks is not considered in the interview. Okay, so if you just qualify the cutoff, then we will get interview call, and interview performance is the actual uh, in based on your interview performance they will select you. They will not consider your first round marks. Okay, that is the first information you should know. So for the written exam, my suggestion will be that you should try to just clear the cutoff. Okay, and out of 190, if you can score 60, then you will get call. That means what? That means it's not it's just one third, right, below of that. So now people are asking me that should I read this topic, should I read that topic, something like that, right? So for that, let me tell you few things. Like, see, according to me, what should be the correct preparation strategy, that I never prepare for some particular exam. Okay, I always try to learn the subjects, and then I tried to solve questions, and based on that I gave all these exams and I qualified. Okay, this is the only preparation strategy that I followed. Okay, so there is no separate exam strategy for NBHM, for TIFR, for GATE or NET or everything like that. Okay, so what is my suggestion is that those who are going to see, almost everyone, those who are going to give NBHM PhD exam, they are preparing for TIFR, GATE, NET, everything, right? So my suggestion is that first try to cover the general topics that are important, or I should say that is in the syllabus of the all of the exam. Okay, before that I just want to mention, because I got this the same question that I have already told in my video, that Nbhm doesn't have any official syllabus. It has no specific syllabus, so they are asking questions from different topics. Okay, so now people are asking me that, okay, should I read that topic, should I read this topic or not? So let me tell you that, see, for particular, maybe there are some questions from one question or two questions from a topic, so that doesn't imply that you need to read that topic completely. Okay, because it depends on your time, that if you have already prepared well in other subjects and if you have enough time, then you can read. Otherwise you shouldn't do it. Okay, what you should do that is that first try to cover general topics. General topics means, for PhD aspirants I should suggest that abstract algebra, and in abstract algebra you should learn group theory very well. Group action is a very important topic. Okay, ring theory very well, and some fundamental concepts of field theory. If you have some time, try to read some Galois theory. Okay, that's all. Then for linear algebra, you need to know rational canonical form, Jordan canonical form, inner product space, everything very well, because you are PhD aspirants, so it is expected that you know all these things. Okay, so linear algebra, the standard linear algebra syllabus, you can read, try Hofmann-Kunz or Friedberg or any other book, and there you will find this. Okay, so the entire book is actually the standard syllabus for linear algebra. Then for real analysis, obviously real analysis means basic limit continuity, sequence series, Riemann integration, and the final concept is sequence series of functions. Okay, sequence series of function is a very important topic for this kind of advanced exams, because from there they can ask many questions. Okay, and then if you are since you are PhD student, it is expected that you at least know metric space. Okay, even if you don't know topology, at least you should know the basic definitions and basic properties of topologies and all. But even if you don't know, I don't think that will be a very big issue. If you have time and if you are seriously preparing for this, then you can try. Otherwise you should focus up to metric space only, even though that will not be very helpful, because there are few questions are coming from topology. So if you have time, you should definitely proceed for it. But my suggestion is that at least try to know up to metric space, because even if you don't know topology, maybe you will be able to clear the cutoff without knowing topology. That is not a very big issue, because there are many questions which comes from topology. But if you know metric space concept, you can have some examples, then by using that concepts and all, you can solve some problems. So I don't think it will be a very big issue. At least when I qualified for this exam, I was in my BSc third year, and I qualified Nbhm PhD entrance exam. Okay, and at that time I didn't know topology, I only knew metric space. So based on that concept I qualified. So everything depends on your maturity and your concepts, that whatever you have read, if you have completed 4 topics or 5 topics, then try to be expert in that topic, so that the questions that came in that topic, try to solve that. So for my case in 2023, I didn't know much topic, because I was a BSc student, and there are many questions, or there are some questions which comes from function analysis, some major theoretic concept which I didn't know at that time. But I solved almost every question that comes from linear algebra. Okay, or that comes from group action, because that topics I really learned very well, so that I applied that concepts, and I answered everything perfectly. So that's why I got selected. So it is not important that you need to read 10 or 15 topics, different. Like someone is asking me, is algebraic topology important? Yes, in last few years 1 or 2 questions are coming from algebraic topology, but it's not like that you need to read algebraic topology. If you have already in your MSc syllabus, if you have already read some algebraic topology, you can do that. Otherwise there is no point of reading algebraic topology just because of Nbhm exam. Okay, it will not be it will definitely not be helpful for you. Okay, So my suggestion is that, and okay, one more thing, complex analysis is a very important topic, and you should know the standard things, a standard syllabus of NET, GATE of complex analysis, like some Cauchy integration formula, some basic properties of holomorphic functions, some standard theorems, okay, some standard theorems, and obviously that Schwartz lemma, Mobius transformation, this kind of thing. So the basic standard complex analysis uh, will definitely be helpful for you, and Rouché's theorem, argument principle, maximum modulus principle, this kind of standard results, okay, I am talking about. So you can see that for any exam, my suggestion is that for any exam it is important that you should try to learn, or you should have some you should be able to answer questions from standard topics, okay. Now after that, if you have completed your MSc, so in general in MSc there are major theory function analysis, so I hope that you should have some basic knowledge of major theory function analysis, and then if you have, then I think it is actually good, okay. And also one more thing is that try to read most of the questions, because there will be some problems I saw in many years question paper. There are some problems which doesn't require much knowledge. If you have mathematical maturity, and if you have basic thinking, I mean if you have enough mathematical thinking ability, then you will be able to solve it. It doesn't require your subject knowledge, okay. Just some mathematical maturity will be enough to solve that kind of problem. And you saw that you can see easily that the cutoff is, since cutoff is not very high, so you can try, you can just try as much as you can and try to clear just the cutoff, okay. It doesn't matter, like I know in my time I know one student who got more than 75, but he didn't qualify the second round, okay. Because even if you know, even if you get some very good marks, uh, everything depends on your interview performance. The actual selection depends on your interview performance only, okay. So try to just clear the first round cutoff so that they call you for the interview, that's all, okay. So this is my suggestion, that it's not important to, so the ultimate suggestion is that not important to read each and every topic, whatever, if there is some problem from some particular topic you need to read that. It's not like that. Try to be expert in the core subjects. Core subjects means real analysis, complex analysis, basic metric spaces, linear algebra, abstract algebra, up to ring theory very well. These are the standard topics, okay. And after that, if you have some concepts in ODE, that might be helpful for you, because some 1 or 2 questions are coming from that. If you know some function analysis, definitely that is going to be helpful for you. If you know some basic number theory, also one more thing, basic number theory basic number theory means you should know some Euler function, how to find number of divisors, something like that, some congruence thing and all. So that I mean just basic number theory, okay, some basic number theory, like Fermat's theorem and all, Fermat's last theorem and all. So this type of thing, you know, you should know, okay. So that you can apply in some okay, some basic probability theory. It's not like the actual probability, like the probability theory that we know in our class 11 12 standard, okay. Some basic combinatories, basic probability theory, these are the general topics. Sometimes they are asking question from this kind of topic, so if you know, then it will be helpful for you to solve, okay. So please do not ask me some irrelevant question, okay. Irrelevant question in the sense that should I read that, not like that. Try to be expert, or try to read standard syllabus that are available in our MSc. Usually in our MSc syllabus university, most of the universities has almost same kind of syllabus except few topics. So there are some general topics that you should be able, that you should know for every exam, right? Not just Nbhm, GATE, NET, everything. So try to be expert in that, so that if some questions are coming from that, try to use your uh, mathematical ability to solve it. That's my point, nothing else, okay. So, and then if you have time, if you have already time, then you should already read. You should already, because now only few days are left, so there is no point of reading now some new topics. But if you have already read, then that is going to be very helpful for you, not just in the first round, maybe in the second round. Okay, so that's the only thing that I want to tell, and I hope that you are going to crack Nbhm exam in this year. And obviously, again, happy new year. Thank you.